Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do a new moon in Virgo solar eclipse reading for you. This is the second new moon in your sign. This degree is about 29 degrees, the last sign of Virgo. And in late August, the new moon was in 0 degrees of Virgo. In between these two new moons in your sign, there has been a lunar eclipse. So it is hardly surprising that the moon card is your overall energy, and this is coming up and impacting your self-perception, the way you're operating, your perspective in terms of your mundane experience in the world. The moon is describing all of the hidden energies, all of the dark secrets, all of the ways in which the subconscious mind triggers without our knowing, without our consent, our conscious activities, our words, our thoughts, our deeds. And this is massively being put forward to you, made visible in some way to you. Certainly it is felt by you, intuitively, emotionally in particular, at this time. This is an eclipse, a kind of intensification of your best qualities, of sorting, discriminating between information, things that are and aren't working, and decluttering, simplifying, so that you can focus on the way in which you are achieving goals. In fact, what your goals even are. Underneath the deck, we have the Four of Swords, and this is describing the actual retreat, stepping back, perspective that is required for you to recover, to delve more comprehensively into the memories that are being evoked, that are being triggered by actions, by requirements of you. You are absolutely looking into a series of events or relationships that are belying the image of yourself that you hold up to be true, moral, balanced, clear, and grounded, productive even. I feel as though you are evaluating some very difficult emotional challenges that you have uh, put into your past, that you have released, you have surrendered to. You have stopped looking for answers in the logical world, which is a practical aspect of your character. You want to get results. You want to understand the details so you can understand the whole picture. But at this point, you are recognizing it is the experiences of your memories, of your secrets, of experiences that we deny, that we oppress or repress, that is holding your attention at this time. In the 10th house, this is the way others see you, the way you see yourself in the world. The Ace of Cups is really in line with the kind of energy you've been showing me and generating over the past couple of years. The Ace of Cups is this idea of radical self-acceptance, that you, in the face of contradictory facts or events, experiences that counter your sense of forward motion, progress, success even, you are recognizing that what has had to shift in the face of the reality of your emotional situationship is this idea of claiming the love that you are deserving of. Finding the words, finding the courage to take a risk and say how you feel, to claim what you want directly, to give what it is that you want to receive. And this is requiring you to step out in a way that is challenging your narrative, your personal narrative, the story of who you are and what your lane is, what your responsibilities, obligations, or what is programmed for you. And this self-acceptance of you as you are, and by that I include your giftedness, your talent, your sensitivity, your kindness, your gentleness, your innocence. You are changing your story, you're unpacking your story, your secrets, the experiences perhaps you had in early life that have continued to trigger uncomfortable behaviors in you. In the first house, the Ace of Pentacles is a beautiful way of supporting your current goal and progress. So you are in line with this acceptance that you're experiencing of who you are deeply at all conscious levels, including unconscious collective level. You are using this acceptance to support the current path that you're on. It looks as though you see a new opportunity for abundance. You're pursuing this new opportunity. You're not seeing it forward, you're in it. You perhaps have accepted a new job. Perhaps you are moving to a new location. Perhaps you're in a new relationship or in a new community that requires you to work with others in a way that is different, that is more internally driven than in the past, where you accepted the conditions of your work or your life as part of the status quo. And I see you're challenging that in some way for you. You're moving outside of the lines of your professional trajectory or your relationship value. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your soul, your history, even your foundation, the King of Swords is really putting a spotlight on qualities that you value, you hold up. And the value that is important here is your curiosity, your ability to research, find out the information, to understand better. This is understanding in a rational, very conscious, logical way. But that is your key into this unconscious realm that is subsuming your life story right now. Sensitivities, memories floating back to you, and yet you're able to use your words, language, learning, information, your ability to enter into productive dialogue or conversation with others, your willingness to ask the questions that are required and to listen is really the tool that is helping you to understand that this sense of uh, mystery that may be surrounding your sense of self at this time in your life can be penetrated, can be worked through, can be sorted. And this allows you to bring your natural, comfortable characteristics to bear upon the uncovering of this larger mystery of who you are. In the seventh house of significant relationships, the Three of Cups is beautiful. You have love all around you. You are supported. And this is the love of friends, the love of family, the love of those intimates who have been with you. Perhaps not even present physically, but that the connection is so deep that you can connect and understand each other through time, over time, through distance. But this is you understanding that the love that you so desperately want in your life is available to you, and you understand that, and you're investing in that in a way now that is new for you, that accepts that this may be the love that is the connection, the soul bond that you have wanted or felt the lack of. In the first house, before I clarify the cards, if this reading is resonating with you, please like this video. Subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, to help me grow my channel. I thank you so much. Drop a comment if you feel moved to do so. I enjoy your thoughts. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles in the first house with the Hanged One and the Eight of Cups. Wow. Yeah. So there is a lot of processing, as one can imagine, of, the 90% of our motivation and inspiration is hidden from us. And you're processing that as you review your life experiences and attempt to reprogram yourself in order to recognize the strength, the courage, the value you've gained from the relationships that have existed in your life, that have surrounded you, that have given you the lessons, the experiences from which you've learned. And you're now clear that you're ready to move on to a bigger challenge. Getting from 99 to 100 is the hardest part, apparently, in this process. And I'm not saying that to be dismissive or to joke. It is the hardest part because you've done the work to understand consciously what it is you're pursuing and the value that you bring to a situation. But you are now pausing at the moment of this tremendous change, this door opening for you to truly understand and process all that you have learned, all that is catapulting your perspective in a way that you're able to recognize opportunities that you didn't recognize before. Perhaps the opportunities in, let's say, a professional space is not simply making more money or gaining more authority or power or position, but maybe it is the connections you make, the friendships you make, the partners you become. So you're reevaluating what you really want, what you really don't have, what's really missing from your life that you feel deserving of and that you've been blocking yourself from achieving. What has made relationships challenging for you? In the fourth house, the King of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles and the Judgment card. So the two eights indicate that you are a hardworking, diligent, responsible Virgo. At your core, the way you solve mysteries is by doing the work, doing the research, getting the information, having the conversations needed. It feels as though you understand that this work is your calling, but I also believe that you at times use your work to evade or avoid the desire for more love, more joy, more creativity, more pleasure in your life. And that you understand that you can be on mission, you can be of service, and you can also have a life and receive love for the person that you are. That is intimately tied with necessarily the work you do, but isn't conditional based on what you do or even who you are. You are deserving of a kind of unconditional love. And it looks to me like this is a hard thing for you to find, particularly in your work or professional arena. That the favor is assumed or expected as an exchange of energy in whatever realm that is. And for most of you that have worked in any number of professions, understanding how we network and gain favor or access to opportunities that others with the same qualifications may not. And that you, as a person of importance, attract the attention and request for favor from others. And you really want to be clear within your own heart that of your value in the situation beyond the favor you can bestow on others. In the 7th house of significant others, we have the World card and the 9 of Cups. Quite lovely. So your relationships are really beautifully showing a sense of valuing love at every level in your life, recognizing how much friendships, relatives, neighbors bring to you, as well as lovers, spouses, and significant romantic partners bring in your life. But there's something about that that has changed. Something about that that is that you feel you can surrender a little bit. Your reliance upon perhaps the circle of support as opposed to that strong, outstanding partnership that can help you to build towards some valued goal. But your relationship, who you are in your friendships, is has been important to you. It's been defining to you. But I also see you perhaps as the function of a new job, a new home, leaving some of that circle behind, those acquaintances, those relationships that have stood by you for at least a decade or more, depending on your own particular situations. You're really looking to define yourself through your own works, your own good feeling about yourself within and externally in the world. And I think chasing this good feeling, this idea that you have a process that allows you to express your gift more fully and completely to your satisfaction, is something that you are pursuing at this time. In the 10th house, the Ace of Cups is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune and the 10 of Cups. Wow. So you have really, really turned the wheel. Situations that have been serviceable to you, I would say, and that you have been pretty successful at achieving, are shifting in terms of their value to you. The value that you're now appreciating and investing in is this idea of a loving, sharing, resourceful community. This can be a neighborhood, this can be a dwelling, an environment, a family system. This can be something that you objectively are creating in the world for a variety of people. But this is something that represents a door opening for you, a way of appreciating some of the results of your efforts in a new way, in a way that is more personal, that allows you to integrate that personal experience and desire for a better world into the effort you make, into your reward, into what you have earned and are deserving of. I'm going to finish this reading, Virgo, with a sickle and seed and sickle oracle card. And I'm pulling the oleander. Let me pick the owl. And the oleander is number 32, which reduces to a number 5, which again is indicating the Hierophant card and some kind of a spiritual commitment, some kind of a traditional or hierarchical commitment, some way in which you are performing as a gatekeeper, someone who tutors, who has mentees, who performs as a mentor to others. Oleander, a Louisiana servant, thought that she could win favor by sickening her employers with a cake of oleander and then nursing them back to health. Unfortunately, she accidentally murdered them instead. Learn from her story and think your plans through fully before enacting them. You may think you can come out on top by acting the hero in a situation that you've sabotaged, but stop for a moment and question whether you should. Things can go wrong in ways you may never have expected. This is such an interesting, I was a little bit laughing because I have roots in Louisiana, and I was imagining the scenario of the story, that narrative, in a way that was sort of funny to keep from crying. And in the other guidebook, which is The Dusk, oleander may be beautiful, but its leaves are deathly dangerous and cannot be underestimated. This card indicates a period of difficulty ahead. There may be a time of uncertainty looming, or a relationship may encounter a rocky patch. The important thing is not to make any hasty decisions in the heat of the moment, no matter how the situation may seem on the surface. Consider every angle before deciding on how to face it. Your emotions won't benefit you here. Wow. Okay. If you've enjoyed this content, please check out more content here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. Until next time, Virgo, namaste.